to get tomorrow.
Yeah.
What has to be the focus so that you can get back to that championship game?
Just being us, man. I think that's the biggest thing. I think, we've said it all year. When we've lost games, it's been in our control. And I think that's you hate to lose, but I think it's a great problem to have. Payne always says, when you have a team that the issues you can all fix on the court, and they're easy things to fix, like you have a great chance to win a lot of games. Sometimes you have a team that there's issues that you just can't fix based on your personnel and who you have. Like we don't have that. Like if we just don't turn the ball over, out rebound teams, and just execute our sets, I think we're great. We just compete on the defensive end. So I think for us, it's just no matter who we're playing, just locking into the game plan on a short rest and just compete. Both the teams that are playing out there that we're looking at play super hard. Michigan State obviously, plays hard as hell, and Ohio State does too. And they've been on, they played well the past 4 or 5 games. So either way, it's going to be a tough matchup for us. But we're excited for it.
You've heard 2009 thrown around a lot. It's been a while since Purdue's hoisted a trophy.
Right.
How much are you guys talking about that?
We haven't really talked about it much, to be honest. I think it's just about us, just not looking too far ahead or not looking back. It's just being ourselves and being who we've been all year, really. And that's just solid and playing together and playing for each other, and we're just going to see where that takes us one game at a time.
Zach, any thoughts on that?
Yeah, like you said, that's why we're looking back and I'm looking ahead. We're just focused on the next game. We're going to focus on Michigan State. We're going to focus on Ohio State. Obviously, you want to win this at the end of the day, but we're not looking to try to compare ourselves to the past team.
Zach, how close do you feel to putting that 40-minute game together as a team, like you were talking about? How close do you feel like you guys are to that?
Yeah, I mean, it just changes every game. Obviously, just because you have one good game last game doesn't mean that next game, all of a sudden, we're going to just be on it. Like, we got to focus on every possession, focus on every minute, we have to focus on everything. Like, obviously, it's nice to, he said, put 2 halves together today, 2 really solid halves. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. As soon as we step on the court, next time we just got to do it all over again.
What do you remember from the little skirmish with Mulcahy in the moment?
I felt like at the end of the game, I felt like they were coming at me a little bit. I just wanted to protect my guy. Obviously, I felt like they should have let go of the ball. They should have kind of backed off. And I'm kind of ripping at his arms a little bit. I'm going to try to protect my guy, but I got to keep my head. I got to keep it cool there. It's 100% my fault. It's a smart play by him to fall like that, but it's frustrating.
Yeah, if I can speak on that, Zach, he's just protecting that guy. I would expect any one of our guys to step in and do the same thing. Like he said, he made a play. I guess you could call it a play. But no matter what transpired, we have a lot of respect for those guys because they play really damn hard and they play the right way and they compete. So we have a lot of respect for those players and Coach Pike on their program because he's done a great job over there. But there's nothing really to talk about with that play. It's inconsequential to the outcome of the game. So we're not worried about it, and he's not worried about it.
Those guys have had your number by the last 6 weeks.
Right.
How good it feels to play well off you by today?
Yeah, it felt great. That stuff starts to creep into your mind a little bit at the end of the game when you see that press. All of a sudden flashbacks to that game with the Piscataway, when Ron Harper hit the half quarter. And that's why I say we have so much respect for them because they've had our number and they're a great program and I feel like there's a lot of parallels between us and them. They've kind of built. Coach Pike was built his program from the ground up. Done it the right way. Got dudes that just are blue collar and work hard as well, and they play hard and they compete. And we just have a lot of respect for them and how they play. So it definitely felt good to beat a team like them today.
You guys probably have been asked this, but just the lift Mason and Jenkins gave you guys, and just the hustle that they put on the floor tonight.
Yeah, Mace obviously was unbelievable. But he brings that every game. Whether he scores 20 or scores 0, like that effort on the glass and on the defensive end, and just understanding what we're doing to being a post feeder and a cutter, like that's always there. Today he just happens to make shots and get some rebounds and cut off the ball, and it was just pretty awesome for us. And David, status quo for him, right? Coming off the bench and making some plays at the end of the shot clock. I always, when I go in the game with him, my thing for myself is always trying to get him going, or whoever I'm in the game with, whether it's him or Brandon or Fletch as our shooters, like try and get those guys going. And when he got that early one, I knew that he'd be look for the rest of the game. I think that's that's the difference in the game. He gave us some separation on top of Mason, in the second half, and it was a big lift for us.
Zach, when Mason does what he did tonight, does that open up some space for you, or give you a few more opportunities to maybe get a one-on-one matchup?
Yeah, for sure. A lot of teams, it's a pretty common double at this point. Just go big to big. It's kind of like the standard double. And obviously, when Mason's shooting like that and making plays like that and cutting like how he did, it makes it really, really tough for teams to kind of double big to big. So it definitely opens up the floor a little bit for me. He was great. He got great offensive rebounds. They really had to box him out, which opened up again some rebounds for him. Usually, I'm getting double teamed on the glass. They really could. They had to keep him off the glass too. So it opened up some things for him.
Ethan, what do you supply off the bench that is different maybe from when you were starting?
I think it's the same. For me, it's always just been about effort and energy, really. I think whether the shots fall or not. Now, people outside of our team may think otherwise. But for us, whether the shots go or not, for me, it's just about playing hard and being solid on defense and making the right plays. Obviously, it's great when shots go and things sort of open up a little bit. I never go in a game like, oh, I need to make, X amount of shots or make X amount of, offensive plays. Like, for me, it's just playing to my defense because we have the dudes that can go. And just being opportunistic, I think, is the right word for it. And obviously, normally I'm the, quote unquote, like, fifth best offensive player out there, so I'm going to get some open looks. So it's nice when you make them, right? But the guys did a great job of finding me. Braden did a great job. He did a great job a couple times. But just whatever the team needs, man. And it changes game to game. So
Why are you in such a rhythm right now?
you said me.
Yeah, you.
You might want to slow your roll there. It's pretty low volume.
Well, but 5 of your last 11 coming into the day.
Yeah. I think it's just, I said it at the beginning of the year when I shot the ball like crap. Like, water will find its level, and not to say that I'm this unbelievable shooter, but when you put the work in every day, like, and it's just simple things, like just shooting the same shots every day, like, eventually they have to fall. Like, knock on wood, tomorrow I can probably come in here and go like 0 for 10. But whether that happens or not, I'm still going to play hard and do my job and be a leader for these guys, and we have enough talent in the room to get things done, so it doesn't really hinge on how I play. But it's always nice to shoot the ball well.
Zach, Purdue's had a lot of success in the last 25 years, but only won this tournament once. Does winning this tournament matter, or is it more about just playing well for 3 days?
Yeah, we're just focused on every game. We're not really, obviously, we want to win the tournament. You always want to win every game you play. But we're just focused on the next game. We're focused on Michigan State right now. We're not going to worry about when the last time we won this tournament was. We're just going to come out and try to win every game we play and focus on the king of the game, not looking to it in my head.
Zach, obviously, Braden and Fletcher are two big pieces as to why you guys are in this position right now, but just for some of the more veteran guys to really step up today, just how big was that?
Yeah, you need, obviously you need vets to step up. We in the Big Ten tournament, it's different than the regular season. Dudes are playing for their season. They're playing for a lot of things. So it's tough. It's a different game. Rutgers is super physical. Their guards are super long, athletic, super physical. Again, it's just we need to be there for them, kind of steady them. That's what vets are for. That's what we've been here for. We've kind of been through the ups and downs, and we know how to kind of play through those.
Zach, you just talked about your
this
presence.
last question, sorry.
As a shot blocker, you only had one block shot, but it just seemed like your presence down low was impacting a lot of what Rutgers did offensively. This is in the back of your head, I'm sure it's in the back of their head.
Yeah, I feel like when I'm out there a lot of times, they don't take shots that I can't block. A lot of times, you'll see teams that opt out of a layup for a pull-up two. They'll be around the rim and they'll take a fadeaway floater instead of trying to get to the rim. Obviously, when you have a guy like Cliff, you have to kind of play near him. You can't really help off and try to get those shot blocks a lot of time. But yeah, I feel like a lot of times teams don't really attack the rim on the floor.
I like to add, I had one block as well.
You didn't block up against faces.
Yeah, exactly.
That was a great ball.